Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign for 25 week 6 of Vault Weekend. So of course we're finally here. And this will be the last Vault Event weekend until we hit level 2000, which yeah, it's gonna be one of our main goals. Is aside from partaking in the normal stuff we get from Vault Event weekend, we are going to be aiming for roughly level 2000 this weekend. Obviously we're not going to finish it all today. However, the goal is to set up by the end of this weekend so that hopefully on Monday or so, we can finally go and claim our level 2000 or sometime around there. I definitely want to hit it before the 11-year anniversary next month. But we're pretty much going to get that regardless at this point, so we'll see if we hit it like next week or something similar. But we should be able to get a lot of EXP done this weekend because, of course, best time to be doing it since you can get a bunch of Paloozas and everything else. So if we're going to be doing any EXP grinding in the near future, it should probably be sometime this weekend. This will be the only day we'll stream it this weekend, and so, of course, the standard Monday stream. But, yeah, whatever we don't finish today, we'll, of course, just finish up throughout the weekend when we have some spare time. Beyond that, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing. Halloween pet coming in next Wednesday. We'll be handing out next Monday the one of the old Halloween pets as well. And, yeah, we'll go from there. Also have a redeem code to hand out this sometime to stream as well. Not the pet one, but, you know, just a standard one. We're currently at 0 vault keys, so we'll know exactly how many we get by the end of it all, since, you know, we're starting at none. So it'll be really easy to track. I guess, let me go double check. How many epic vault keys do we have? We have, oh, we should have gotten, you know what, let me get 1,600. Let me go use 3 of them real quick. We're gonna waste some time going for 3 epic vault keys. I want to have a nice clean number. Not with that team, though. That was the Explore team from earlier. What am I doing? I'm trying to switch to, I guess, just a standard daily quick kill team, which I'll probably need for a couple other dailies too, since we haven't done them yet. Including the Halloween one. Don't forget to be keeping up with the Halloween daily. It started as of Monday, and we still have a whole nother week, as well as the rest this week. If you haven't started it yet, there's still plenty of time to finish it, so no worries there. But definitely make sure to stay up on it. Otherwise, you have to spend more gems by the end of it to end up getting all the rewards that you may want. Alright, unfortunately, really bad reward there. 2 more of these, and then we're at a nice solid 1,600. And then it'll be really easy to track our numbers from 0 and 1,600. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello Ron! Hello Jets! Hello Terrario! Hello Stacy! Hello everyone else! Welcome, 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 welcome! Okay, so, game plan. We need mana. That is mana, there we go. Nice little extra turn to go with it. Alright, 1 more key, I believe. See if we get anything nice from here. We got double purple, not bad. Alright, final key, and this will bring us to a nice clean 1,600, so it'll be really easy to track our total amount that we end up getting this weekend then. 1,603 wouldn't be that hard either, but just nice having a nice solid number start. Double major purple, honestly not bad. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go clear out everything else we still need to do. Still haven't finished the weekly yet, which we're about to get done definitely within the next, like, 10 minutes pretty much. Because we're almost done with this objective, and then we just have to get 1 more. That's the other copy of the pet that we end up needing. I believe you can get 1 next week, too, if you don't end up earning it this week. Though just doing bare minimum dailies or just doing some Vault Event we can grind this weekend, we'll get it done. We're easily going to finish it within the next, like, 10-20 minutes already and still have another 2 days of dailies to go to. Plus, we haven't even done today's dailies. Speaking of which, let's go to the Halloween event. This, of course, is still taking place every single day this week and next week to go earn all the stuff. I haven't actually bought anything yet. We'll probably go over this on Monday. But of course we have the Dark Oracle, we have the pet to go with it, stuff like that. The Oracle once, the pet 6 times, 700 points total. The Power Orb once, and if you haven't gotten in the past, Monday Witch Armors. But yeah, we'll be doing this on Monday then. Either for the Monday weekly video and or the Monday night stream. We'll end up messing with Dark Oracle, have the pet and everything else with it. But for now, we'll just keep earning the points and go over it then. Hello, Chris Purpose. Hello, Chad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Welcome, welcome. Alright, we'll take that one over. Still at 1-shot range, which is nice. I'm actually surprised we're still at 1-shot range. Because, of course, these do keep going higher and higher in stats, so there will be a point where we do not 1-shot anymore. In which case, we should probably not be running Flower Dragon in first slot, because it will die really easily, eventually. At this current moment in time, that's not an issue, but starting next week, you might want to put like a Wand of Stars there to kind of tank a little bit for it. Not just for the mana accumulation, but also just so our Flower Dragon doesn't end up dying on us. There's a little bit of a liability having it in a first slot like that. You just at this lower range, there's just not even going to get close to it. But the deeper we go, you know, they can start 3-shotting you, 2-shotting you. Stats will eventually get high enough that they actually do pose a threat. Probably like 30-40 something attack, they're really not going to do anything yet. Once that number starts to get like 80 plus is when it starts to get concerning. But I guess Crimson Bat too because of the whole thing that it has. Though it feels weird not seeing him shiny. Because I'm so used to having him as shiny now because he just came in the other day. Or, you know, the other week from the Guild War thingy. But a non-shiny Crimson Bat. I do have to say, the shiny one does look a lot more undead-like. Alright, final battle we need to deal with for today. And then keep poking at it. Luckily, this only takes a few minutes a day. Almost at a few hours a day. But it's only a few minutes a day, which is really nice for these just quick little thingies. Luckily, they don't take forever. Of course, the entire event, you only have to put, like, what? Almost like an hour and a half into them. It's not that bad at all for everything you get in return. Complete a delve. Do I go out of my way just to go complete a delve? Maybe just because we need a chest from one of them anyway, so maybe we will go do that for the XP booster. But otherwise, let me go take these other two, the handful of gems at 25 and the deed books. Unfortunately for brown, not quite the color we need at the moment. Obviously, all of them are useful, but yellow and purple are the two most useful to us at the moment. Purple because it's magic, yellow because I think we're literally one yellow deed book away from maxing it out for a +2 permanent attack. Specifically, what's that one called? Not Suncrest. Yeah, Suncrest. Suncrest Kingdom, I only need one yellow deed book until we're maxed. Halloween event lasting for another week, and PvP season ending. Yes, the PvP season ends in a few days. Imagine deliberately trying to make the lower rank so that we can go down. I think we've been doing pretty good at it so far. Yeah, I'm trying to rank down so that next week we can go get first place really easily for the next PvP season. But yeah, it ends in 2 days and some amount of hours, the current PvP season. So if there's still anything you want to go and finish with it, yeah, definitely make sure to do so. 2 days, 6 hours left. Pretty much completed. Anything left we can claim here? Might be able to get a few more things. Plus we might have some of those metal thingies we might want to roll down. None of these here we can end up getting unless we get absurdly lucky with the Immortal for this season. That we will go get our 5,700 for. We'll probably have that by, I guess, Sunday. And I'll just run it then. While running, like, Volts or something. I still got to do the daily for today, too. It's Giant and something else. What was the other one? I think it was Taurus. Yeah, it's Giant and Taurus. The Taurus is the team I already ran. Luckily, it's double as well. That's the easier team. And then Taurus will just spam a bunch of that one Mythic to go and get it done. And then we either have to do Black Hawk or Miss of Scales. Which probably Miss of Scales, you have Takshaka access. Of course, that means you have to fight Takshakas, but, you know, you also get access to triple Takshaka, so it should be fine. Only problem is it's Miss of Scales and not Naga, so you can use Wand of Stars. I might just use 4 Takshaka, honestly. Might just go down that route. I think the alternative is put, like, an Essence of Evil or something there. Well, actually, is Essence of Evil from there? No, it's not. It's from Darkstone. I forget what we could run. It might legitimately just be 4 Takshaka. Since we can't run the better weapon. Oh yeah, we finally got this thing as well. Oh no, we didn't. We need to go kill a few more of those things. Anyways, let me go kill this. Start doing one thing at a time. Then we'll go from there. Gotta get that power orb. Yeah, we haven't had too many power orbs since Maelstrom Daganov came into the game earlier this year. So if you guys are still missing a few to get him, definitely make sure to do so. He's a really strong mythic. Even if you have him, of course, finishing all the power orb mythics. There are 4 of them. Maelstrom Dagonov's by far the strongest one, but it's not the only one. The other ones are still used as well. Though definitely not as much as Maelstrom Daganov. But of course they have the ability to cover colors that he doesn't, which is always nice. What do we need here? Take that, get our mana, quickly get everything from Cascade. Alright, final battle here. And then our goal is, I guess we'll do a delve real quick just so I don't forget about it. Get that little bit of XP booster. Is that really worth doing during a Vault event weekend? I'm not sure, but technically we get the higher rate for one of those chests anyway, so we kind of need to go there regardless. Like we're already going to do partial of one, so might as well go all the way. But yeah, complete a delve. So let's go complete a delve real quick. Let's do it for, oh, let me see if City of Thieves is a good route. It should. Not ideal. But we can go boom, 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 boom. Do we already have a team set up? I would sure hope so. Double Tesla. We could do better than that, right? We're blue-purple restriction. So we have access to, like, Leprechaun, Quick Kill, into, like, Maelstrom, into, I guess, like, Zolgoth or something. Do we have Catherics? No. I don't know, is this gonna be a Zolgoth angle? I guess Zolgoth angle is fine. Just want to go mana accumulation there. Alright. Is that everything we need? Just want to go extra mana. Let's go a nice simple double green banner. And it should be good to go. Actually, you know what? I lied. We're going Takshaka. Just for that little bit of chance that we might get something. We could technically go blue too. I think that's a little overkill at this point. Go for the +2 there. We could also change the class if we want. The mech's fine here. As long as 50% mana start, the only thing we really care about. I guess having Storm would be nice though. Maybe I should go Archer instead. I can't change it now though. But Archer would actually be just a little bit better because this class doesn't start with a Storm. But if we started with a Storm, that would make Leprechaun a bit more consistent. Alright, easy enough. So speaking of Maelstrom Dagannoth from earlier. And of course you can get one of the 8 power orbs you need from the current event that's going on for the Halloween thingy. But he is so strong. Pretty sure most people by now would have already gotten him though. He's been out for what, almost half a year now? It doesn't feel like it, but honestly, hasn't he been out for almost half a year? Gosh, where's this year gone? But he's been out for like almost half a year now. Same as the Flower Dragon. But the Flower Dragon definitely feels like it's been here for longer. That one feels like it's been out for like 4 years. Hasn't even been a year yet. But, oh no, this guy doesn't... He feels like he's been pretty recent. But it's been like half a year already. Like, they both came out around the same time, pretty much. Maelstrom Dagannoth was a little bit later, but not that much later. Compared to Flower Dragon. Could also just be because we run Flower Dragon so much. Whereas honestly, I don't run Maelstrom Dagannoth that much. Not because he's bad, but because on a daily basis, I don't really play that many game modes where he's really good. There's one of the few instances where he's really good is, of course, what we're doing now, Underspire. Or Dells, whatever you want to call them. Or sorry, not Underspire, I meant Underworld. Underworld or Dells. But, yeah, it's one of the only few locations you really tend to use them. And I guess Guild War PvP defend? Also, we got a bad roll in the gnome. We're doing this for the higher chance of the gnome thingy. Because for whatever reason, whenever you open them during a Vault event weekend, they have a higher rate of being the really rare ones. Most notably the Verse Gnomes. But unfortunately, we didn't get one here. And since it's our other objective, normally we just end there, but 2 more battles and we get to complete the EXP objective, so since we're already here, might as well go grab it. Ooh, that's a big miss. That is a really big miss. I was like, oh, I'm not going to kill this guy because there's no way he's going to get a summon off, right? Well, he definitely is. No, he actually got it. That's insane. I didn't kill him because I thought there'd be almost a 0% chance he would get that off, but I wasn't expecting Wand of Stars to miss that hard. So now we got to kill a whole extra unit now, unfortunate. Because otherwise that'd be the win right there. Yeah, there we go. To take out the final one. Then we can head to PvP, and I think we're good to go for just running down Vault event weekend. Probably run like almost an hour of boosters or something similar. I just then Palooza after Palooza after Palooza. Definitely run at least 3. I think we have enough boosters where we could technically run 6 tonight if we really want to. Whatever I don't run tonight, I'll just be running the rest of the weekend, of course. I do kind of want to keep going until we get a level. Just don't think we're going to have enough to get that within like an hour or 2. Alright, there we go. Alright, next order of business. Now that the delve is completed, dailies, boom, 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 boom. Just need to do glory from PvP, but we'll get that done automatically. Campaign, we already have done. Invasion, hopefully the guild is done, I think. Yeah, they're good. They're fine. They don't need our help. It's only today's battles I haven't done. They'll be fine. Where's our guild leaderboard thingy? Yeah, we're not dead last. We literally have 2 people with 0. Oh, no. Yeah, we'll do our battles if we absolutely have to, but it seems like it's fine at this point. Halloween event we already just did earlier. Just double checking. Good to go. Underspire. Oh, I should have done my Underspire battles last night. I knew there was something I forgot to do. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's like half an hour of Vault Event weekend I have to stop doing at some point this weekend. I'm not going to do it now. But at some point this weekend I got to stop for half an hour to go do all of our torches, to go get the dead end rooms, the 2 treasure rooms, you know, everything else. But yeah, we'll worry about that later. The pet we unlocked, not needed. Dungeon, yeah, we'll clear out a dungeon real quick. Come on. Come on. Oh, we get to do Guess the Door. Haven't gotten to Guess the Door in a while. Start a poll. Today. And I have such a 4 bias. I do feel like this is a 6 angle though. I'm not feeling 5. It's either a 4 or 6. I don't know, let's do the battles and we'll see where it's at by then. That's because I'm saying it's not a 5, there's a 100% chance it is definitely a 5 then. I'm feeling a 6, but I'm probably going to go for a 4. That'd be funny if we ever... that's something I haven't done yet. Misclick on one of those rooms, but then it's actually correct. Actually, I don't even think I've misclicked on them in general. I've been pretty good about that. Like, not accidentally misclicking one of the bottom 3s when you're trying to do, like, a perfect or something similar. But it'd be really funny if we ever do misclick on it, if it's actually the correct room. Like, if our match click in the middle, and then we click on this, and it's like, oh, it's actually the correct one. Alright, let's see what's winning right now. No votes for 4! Well, you know what that means. There's a 100% chance it's 4 then, if no one voted for it. Alright, I'm still going for 4. No, it was 6! I knew it! See, if you just guess every option, you eventually get it. It was a 6er. Oh, no perfect today. Half the people in 6 are correct. When you get the season tomorrow to level 20, that's still really good. But yeah, I assume that was with pass. It'd be impossible to do without the pass. I see you can get free to plays like maybe 14. And that's if you already had like a bunch of burning marks and got really lucky on it. Yeah, anything even close to 20 you would have to have bought in the pass. Alright, we're good to go there. Unfortunately, no perfect. It was indeed 6. The only thing left then, aside from 6 battles for that, though that will get done automatically, is, yeah, I guess it's just PvP at this point. So, what are we doing here? We need to do 3 things. I need to kill 5 giant battles. I need to kill 5 Taurus battles and make a team for it, unless it saved my previous team. Did it save my previous team? That'd be great. It did not, but the team won't take that long to go build. And then we got to do either Missa skills or Blackhawk. Oh yeah, we also got to get our buff, so I guess there's 4 things we got to do here. They're pretty quick though. I'll grab our buff real quick. We'll take the, I guess, Takshaka build. You know what? I should have went for spell reduction. I guess it's not too late. We go for double buff. Let me go for double buff today. Just to make it a little bit easier. Since we have to do slightly more battles today compared to, well, I guess tomorrow I'm going to have to do the same amount of battles. It's only Sunday that we'd have to do less. I still think we go to double buff angle, though, just to get spell reduction. The main reason being is Takshaka's kind of annoying. If we get really unlucky, they start killing us really quick, so 45% spell reduction would be nice. Normally, Magic's a little bit better, just so you can win quicker. But we can actually legitimately die against Takshaka build. Something that doesn't normally happen on the battles with our stats. But we can really easily get unlucky enough to die to Takshaka. Any updates on the endgame content? As of lately, no. 9.0, assuming it's going to be bringing the, what's it called, mechanic. I keep forgetting his name. But if it's bringing that, like, Citadel mechanic, or whatever they're going to be calling it, that is probably going to be the next big endgame changing thing. I was a little bit concerned they're going to, like, paywall it a little. But it's going to be their counter to extra turn spamming and a few other metas within the game. How exactly it's all going to work, we don't really know. It's also not confirmed to be 9.0. We know that it's definitely, like, along the way, like, probably within the next year. 9.0 just seems like the most likely time that it would occur. I don't believe anything is actually confirmed that it is in 9.0. even though it's very likely to be 9.0, which would be a few updates from now. Yeah, most updates this year have been towards the smaller side. Mostly just kind of fixing up PvP, a few other things like that. We haven't really had like a mega update this year. Closest thing we really had was the return to Guild War, I guess, which was still kind of good. But aside from the return of Guild War, nothing like absurdly major has happened this year. Alright, I need to do one singular battle, and then with that Valhawk, we'll go claim it for spell reduction increase. And this was the team we ran yesterday for the Giants. I just scrapped together a blue skull spam team with Baldur, using the really nice Giant Sentinel. This thing ends up curse freezing whenever it gets hit, which is super strong. Out of any of the Sentinels, it is by far the strongest one of the 6. So I'm glad that we end up getting it. If I'm not mistaken, I think I even have 2 copies of it, oddly enough. But it's by far the strongest of the 6 Sentinels. Of course, it's pure RNG if you end up getting them or not. It has a retroactive freeze similar to that of Bone Dragon. But unlike Bone Dragon, it has a curse to go with it. And what I mean by that is something takes extra turn skull on you. Like if he takes extra turn skull right now, he will actually lose his turn. Because he'll get curse first and then frozen. But both of those will occur before it checks to see if he has an extra turn or not. So the curse will make it so you almost guarantee we'll end up being able to freeze them. And the freeze will, of course, freeze them. But then, after both of those things occur, it will then check if it can get an extra turn or not. Which in the case of most situations is going to be no. So it's actually really strong. I wish it was on a slightly better troop, but honestly it's not that bad. As long as he gets the boost ratio for the curse, and gets like those 8 giant gems after, he's not awful. If I go to this right now, our extra turn rate right here is pretty high. And then we just get like infinite blue mana on everything. He's honestly not that bad. Really good at turn control. While also being decently tanky. Alright, now that we have those 2, the whole reason I did this was so I can get my other buff. So let me grab the other buff real quick. I want spell reduction, just so we don't die to Takshaka. Kill that with a Box Raider team real quick, and then we'll go and cycle all the other quick PvP objectives. And then from there, we're just going to run Palooza. I just run that for the rest of the stream then. Assalamu! Hello, Jets! Hello, Ron! Welcome. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful start of your weekend. Also, gosh, already the weekend. Time keeps moving too quick. Like, it's going to be 5 days from now, and it's already going to be the final day of the year. Or what will feel like 5 days, obviously, not literally 5 days. I would love if we could get a turn here. Oh, we'll take that one. Billion good gargoyle gems. Oh, did we run mech? That's actually convenient because he got like a billion buffs, but then one single dispel just got rid of all of them. That's nice. Because one nice thing about dispel is it's not like X amount of status effects. It's literally all of them. They could have absolutely every positive status effect in the game, and one single dispel would just take it all off. It's really nice. Not sure why I always keep thinking it's only going to do like X amount, but it is quite literally all of them. I think the reason I think that is because of the way that Bless and Curse works, where you kind of have to do it twice. But no, Dispel, you only have to do it once. Even if they're blessed, they'll just bypass it all. It's only when you're trying to curse them that you have to do the whole double curse thing to break through. Because the first curse ends up canceling out the bless. And then the second curse has Dispel on it while also cursing them. The Dispel just gets rid of all of it. Of course, it doesn't curse them after, but it just gets rid of all of it, which is nice still. And there we got rid of Barrier off the extra turn as well. The main reason we actually do it is because of Submerge more so than anything. Like, if you're ever underwater running mech, it is nice to get rid of Barrier and stuff like that, but it's mostly for Submerge. You mostly run it whenever you're running something that hits all enemies simultaneously, as that mechanic gets hard countered by Submerge. So it just makes it easier to deal with whenever it does show up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, the aspect ratio! I was going to click on the other one, then I dragged it over. Let me go fix the aspect ratio. Which I think I just tear it over, right? There we go. I think I fixed it. And we'll find out when we go check settings menu. Did I fix it just by dragging it? Let's hope so. I'll find out after the battle. Alright, is the aspect ratio correct? Or do we have random black bar? Where's settings menu? Gotta go like 3 tabs whenever you're in PvP to get all the way back there. Go over there, then over there, then over there. Graphics. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay, we're good to go. So, oh yeah, we can claim this now. There's the one copy of the pet. You need that to be able to max it out. I believe you get a copy of it next week too if you didn't already get it this week. Or if you forget to get it this week. Though with Vault Event Weekend, that is pretty unlikely to occur, but you never know. Now, let's go head over to PvP again. That should be all the buffs we need. We have our magic, we have our spell reduction. Let's go to Giant, then we'll go to Taurus, and then we'll go to Mrs. Scales then. And that should be all the PvP we need to do for bare minimum dailies. And then we can just go for Paloozas. As Underspire, or Underspire. Other than Underspire, we should be done with every daily and weekly then. Other than just grinding Vault Event Weekend and Underspire, which we'll be saving probably just for Sunday night or something. Gonna mega last minute it. Yeah, I forgot to do some of those battles beforehand. I really should have last night. It's only gonna waste like half an hour of Vault Weekend. It's not too big a deal. Could always just not do them at all, but then we miss out on all the dead end rooms and everything. Because honestly, a half an hour of Vault Event Weekend is pretty valuable. Because I don't think we'd really get for... Well, I don't know. I guess the main reason you do is the dead end rooms. Because while half an hour of Vault Event Weekend is nice, you know what's better? Getting one of the 2 Guardian troops we're still missing. Because we're still 4 out of 6. I've gotten a couple duplicates already, because unfortunately it doesn't give one of each beforehand. But we are still only 4 out of 6. We have not completed them yet. And at current rate, honestly, we're not even close to completing them. Just because of how unlucky you can get on them. Just getting our 6-1 could easily, you know, going from 5 to 6 alone. Not even counting, like, if we're already at 5 to 6. But just 5 to 6 alone could easily take another, like, year. Like, even once we get, you know, go from 4 to 6 out of 5 to 5 out of 6 within the next, I don't know, let's say half a year. We could still go dry enough where we go a whole nother year before we get that final 6-1. I wonder what the meta is here. Ossifer. The main reason is this is Ancient Kiet or whatever this thing is that gets extra bonus. So he's going to be really common here since he has double magic. And of course Ossifer, even without double magic, is already really strong. Especially whenever he gets his 4 times curse stun. Which I'm pretty sure almost no one has, but people will eventually start rolling in it in about a year or 2 from now. Alright, we got our bus, we got all that done, Now we just gotta go build a team for Taurus, and then go take out the Mrs. Skills. Let me do Mrs. Skills first so we don't forget. Don't want to do Taurus last. For this, I think I'm going just 4 Takshaka. You know what, maybe 1 Bog Strider. I'm gonna go 1 Bog Strider with 3 Takshaka, because why not? And I'll make the banner green-blue just so we can get it rolling right off the bat. You know what? I'm going to commit to double green. It's a little overkill given the team. I think it's fine. And class doesn't really matter, but here, have a mech class, I guess. Actually, here, have an archer class. We're not going to be using hero on this team. I don't think we need it. It's literally just spam Takshaka till we win. We don't really need much more than that. It's also why we got the spell reduction, because there could be a lot of Takshakas here. It's mostly just RNG protection for when we get really bad luck. And of course, we're always going to want to prioritize the enemy Takshaka if they have less than 3. In which case, if they have more than 3, then obviously they're all Takshaka. You know what, man? Like, Takshaka is by far #1 priority here. Oh, yeah, I guess we could run that one damaging Immortal. Oh no, I'd rather have the extra turn off of Takshaka. The problem with the other guy is he ends his turn when he does his ability. Which I'd prefer not to have happen. Nice, we got really lucky on the double Takshaka kill there. Of all the things he could have hit, it hit the other one that was correct. I guess it was a 1 in 3 chance, so not that lucky. Because you do get to choose the first shot, so it's only the second shot that you have to worry about. If the first shot's already killing your target, then there's only 3 things it could hit. Nice, another only 1 Takshaka build. These are the ideal teams we want to see because we get a guarantee kill on it. Because all we have to do is target it and then we win. Everything else is a matter of doing a little bit more damage. Yeah, nice match. Easy as that. Three more to go. You love that Curse Freeze mechanic? Yeah, it's really fun. I would say it's an underrated troop, but I feel like the main reason it's not used more is just so many people are missing it. Or, you know, don't end up owning it. I also try not to show it in as many videos because I know a lot of people don't own it. Like, honestly, it's rarer than most mythics. Like any one particular Guardian troop. Of the 6 Guardians, it is not even close. The Freeze one is so good. The other ones have a few gimmicks that aren't that bad, but the Freeze one is not even comparable how much stronger it is than the other 5. So it's because this effect takes effect immediately. Whereas the other ones, you don't really get value from it until pretty much the following turn or so. And then from here, all we have to do is 5 Taurus battles with infinite tries, which should be pretty free. We'll just run the triple Taurus guy. We got triple of him for a reason, and it's literally for this exact restriction, and only this exact restriction. There is no other time you would ever bother with this build. But it saves like 1 minute when doing these battles, and they come up enough that it's worth doing. Or at least it was relative to our stacks of resources. But it's Wanda Stars into triple, what's his name? I guess if there's a good mortal here too, you could run that. Let me go double of him then. One of these, and then double of Lightning Gem guy. King Stormguard. And we're using that to feed a bunch of yellow to our weapon. And then it's going all in on a mortal Capricorn. We could also damage with this guy, but a mortal Capricorn should be enough. He does have double damage here. And for class, honestly, give me Archer. We have so much green going on here. Give me like +2 brown, +1 green Archer. Banner, banner, banner. Green, green yellow. Did I say brown? I meant green yellow. What color do we minus? Guess it doesn't really matter too much. Brown? Sure, why not brown? Alright, there we go. Because I don't want to minus the color on the Mortal Capricorn since it's the main one we want to get up. Alright, it should be everything. Just create 4 lightning gems at the beginning of the battle. Any of them that get matched gets a vertical destroy. And of course we get none. Oh, we also got a red gem from this guy. He creates a red pushing gem half the time. And I was saying this almost never triggers, but we're getting really lucky getting it every time right now. Also, it seems we have lightning gems falling from the sky, which is actually really good for Capricorn, since he can explode any particular color. So we can either do something that's near guarantee going to explode next to a yellow, or literally just target yellow, if there's few enough yellow on the board. But sometimes we're going to need to target a different color. Like, for example, it's better to do purple here. The reason being is there's less purples. So if I do yellow right now, there are combinations where we don't get an extra turn. Because I believe it's only exploding 5. So for example, in a worst case scenario, we could explode this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. But if we do it on purple right now, it's guaranteed that we will get the extra turn. Because of the 5 explodes, enough of them are next to a hourglass gem that we are guaranteed to get the extra turn. So in any situation like that, you don't actually always hit for yellow here. As there's a higher chance of landing the extra turn when doing a different color sometimes. Even though we're trying to hit the yellow hourglass gems. If there's too many yellows on the board, then it's better to hit the lowest populated color that's next to them. Like right now it'd be better to do blue. As with the blues that are currently available, there is a 100% chance that we will explode it. Because for there not to be, there would have to be at least 5 not next to it. Which there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Every other blue on the board is next to an Hourglass gem, so it's guaranteed that we'd get an extra turn from it. So speaking of mechanics that are strong but aren't used that much, Hourglass gems. I really felt like that mechanic was going to be overpopulate the game like crazy when it first came out. But I'm actually surprised. There just isn't really enough room on a lot of teams to bother putting something like that on the team compared to another Takshaka or a Pharaoh or, you know, something else that just mana accumulates way better. I was actually really surprised by how little Hourglass gems are used after the fact. Because honestly, we got a pretty decent handful of good Hourglass troops. But momentum is just so quick in the current state of the game that infinite extra turn is even worth it. Compared to extra speed, which is kind of crazy. That the pacing of the game is so quick that infinite extra turns not even worth it. I guess Truffle build's kind of in that same category though. Where Truffle has an actual infinite, not even like a pseudo infinite, but like a full-blown actual infinite. Yet is not even, so we missed the Hourglass gem there. No! It actually has an actual infinite, yet is almost never used because it's such low damage. Alright, there we go. Is that all of them? I think so. Taurus, check. Giants, check. And daily on Missiscales, check. Alright, that's everything. And we're still bottom cut, right? Which we actually want. Nice. We're third to last, and one of them did 0, so we're second to last. But yeah, good job, my bracket. Oh, we're completely safe, because the highest we're going to get is like 8,000 by the end. I guess a lot of them did PvP while doing Vault Event Weekend or something. They seem to be a lot higher than normal. But yeah, that's huge. We're going to go get D-ranked, so that next week we can go for the very easy first or second place for the first week of the new PvP season. I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, don't forget, this is the final week for the PvP season. We got like 2 days left. If I can get back to it. Monday reset time, it's done. So definitely don't forget to go finish up whatever you want to do with it. Alright, so, yeah, start Vault Event Weekend. Half an hour in. Actually, how far are we already in? We're 37 minutes in and I haven't ran a single Palooza yet. Let's go run one Palooza, then we'll go hand out a code after. And then run at least another one. Because I didn't realize it would take that long to go do dailies. How many boosters do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the one from today. So 7 plus the other 2, 9. So bare minimum, we gotta run 2.5 hours of Paloozas this weekend. Let's start running some. Actually, if we split it up, wouldn't that be 3 a day? Maybe we'll run 3 this weekend then. Or, you know, 3 today, I mean. Because if I do 3, 3, 3, that would be all the boosters we have access to for the event. It would be a nice mix and still get a decent chunk of keys. And then the rest we just run on Paloozas. Or, you know, just run on, like, you know, standard Explorer grind. Alright, let's start running it. Is there anything else we need set up? I guess the team real quick, because I don't think I'm set up to it. It was earlier. Or at least for the single Destival team. Let me go get the double team set up. And yeah, start running Paloozas down. This is that time of the month. Alright, let's go run EXP booster and then start up the Palooza, and yeah, let's get into it. Booster number 1. Palooza number 1. If I can find it in all this mess, there we go. Alright, let it begin. I'll hand out a code after we finish out this Palooza. We'll probably run another 2 after this one then. And then we'll just do a 3-3-3. If we want to do a little bit extra, we'll go a little further. As far as Paloozas, I'll probably just run 9 of them this weekend. Get a nice spread across every day. Hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, I believe this is the last Vault weekend before the 11-year anniversary as well. But I'd be curious if they're going to do an extra one for the weekend. Because I don't think the calendar had it on it. But whatever is happening that week, they normally give a bunch of extra rewards and everything else for the anniversary thingy. Not sure if they have anything like extra special planned, but it's a great time to get a bunch of deed books. You'll get some VIP keys, a couple other knickknack stuff. I normally have like one extra mega reward every day for the entire week. As well as whatever special they do on a given year. Which I'm not sure if they're really going to since it's just year 11. It's not like year 10 where it's like a big milestone year. Speaking of which, next year will be the 9-year anniversary of the channel as well. We're almost at the big 10-0. Or 1-0, I guess. It's crazy that it's almost 10 years already. I'm basically doing YouTube every week for 10 years. And at some points, literally every day as well. Actually, for a lot of those points. Like 3/4 of that time was literally every day as well. Yeah, a little over a year from now would be every week for 10 years then. In like a year and a half. Oh yeah, by the way, the other thing that I was mentioning earlier that we're going to stream a bunch, the sailing thing coming out for that one game, they actually finally announced the date for it. It's on the 19th. So we're going to be doing Brighter Shores 2.0 starting the 19th, I think. We'll still be doing our normal Monday Gems of War streams, you know, the normal Gems of War stuff. Probably still grind for, what do you call it? For, Guild Wars, stuff like that. But we're going to be doing a, like, completely playing every single day, similar to Brighter Shores situation. Starting on the 19th of next month. Not sure how long that'll last. We did that for Brighter Shores for about 4-ish months? 3 to 4? Not sure how far we'll do it with the other thing. Because I highly doubt the series is going to get nearly as popular as Brighter Shores did. It was actually crazy how popular the Brighter Shores one did get, though. Like, we're literally the top streamer for the entire game for about a month. A single token of guard. Literally the only one we don't want to see when we get that reward chest. There's a lot of junk in there, but guard is the only one that is useless. Or at least the Yasmin and the other low rarity ones we can actually kind of use towards an upgrade. Oh, so speaking of other games, there's a game that Isabel wants me to try that we're probably going to be trying in about a week from now. Apparently it's something kind of like Animal Crossing in that cozy game kind of genre. But, I haven't looked into it yet. But I'll probably be trying it next week. I might even just stream it on my birthday. Because I'm not sure I really have any other birthday plans these days. Especially since my mom can't really move much at the moment still. She is recovering a bit though. But mobility is still pretty impaired from the work injury. Hello, Bill Warhammer! Welcome, welcome, welcome. And no worries, we'll have a code in a moment. I was going to hand one out after this Palooza. Which I think I have like 10 minutes left on. Then we'll run probably another 2 Paloozas after. And split it 3-3-3 across the weekend then. This won't be the only day we're going to be streaming it though. Since Voldemort Weekend's kind of a lot the same, it's a lot more fun to open the keys than actually try getting them. As the actual grinding for it is a little repetitive. Even though you just run Dust Devil the whole time. The meta hasn't changed at all since Dust Devil has come into the game. Actually, I know exactly when it was as well. It was 2022, I believe, when we ended up finally getting the Dust Devil Ironhawk team. Because I remember it was 5 years after the, It was 5 years after they got nerfed. And that was when we started basically doing the daily thing for the channel. It was actually something that was going to originally be in the video when we first started covering the weekly videos for Gems of War. It was going to be in the very first video, but then they literally nerfed it. So it's like, oh, Dust Devil got nerfed. And then 5 years later, they brought in the Ironhawk Dust Devil, which basically brought it back. Wait, it should have been 2022. Like early 2022, I believe it was. Which means we've had access to this team for almost 4 years now. Like around 3.5, almost 4. We've had access to Ironhawk Dust Devil. Which means for pretty much half this game's lifespan now, we've had access to it. Because the game had access to it for short duration, for several months back when Dust Devil first came out, because Dust Devil could do it on his own. He didn't even need anything else on the team. He's used to boost based on magic, which of course was removed because it was way too strong. But then it was brought back 5 years later with Ironhawk. Not in the sense that Dust Devil got a magic boost ratio, but that Ironhawk made it so he could do enough damage again. Just like in the past. It's one of the only few nerfs, I think, in the entire game's history where it pretty much got reverted. Not directly, but the essence of what the team is basically came back. It's just now you need like 2 or 3 mythics on the team to make it work. Which I think is the only reason they didn't remove it. Because obviously getting 2 or 3 to same mythic is not particularly easy to do. And that's a nice resource sink, if nothing else. Whereas before, you literally just put 2 Dust Devils on a team and you were good to go. Like 2 rares that you could have within your first week of playing. So it was a little too strong. Like, it's still just as strong as it was back then. If anything, even quicker, because you didn't used to have extra turn. You used to have to give up 1 turn to cast Dust Devil, then Dust Devil again. Because, of course, Dust Devil has no extra turn on him. So it was even slower back then. But it required 0 mythics and nothing but a double Dust Devil. Which was the main problematic factor of it. It was just so cheap for how absurdly good it was. Not that Gems of War doesn't have a lot of cheap good stuff, but that was just, like, insane. It was just the best way to quick kill any battle in existence. Like, at, you know, at the lower level range. It required stuff you'd have within your first few days of playing, potentially. Because all you have to do is get him fully traded. He's a rare as well. Or actually, is he ultra rare? He's a rare or ultra rare. Yeah, he's rare, so he's, like, so free to get as well from drop table. And, of course, a lot less stuff was in the drop table at the time, so it was even easier to get compared to now. You understand why the devs nerf anything troop or hero-wise in this game, because the truth is the biggest challenge in Gems of War is the grind. Oh, no, sure. Lately, they haven't really been doing too much in regard to it. Like, it made sense in the past to kind of rebalance stuff, because they were caring about, like, balance for Arena, and a little bit for the early days of Guild War. But these days, there is, like, no balance at all in this game. Balancing has just completely went out the window, like, the last 5 years. I wouldn't mind seeing a particular game mode in the game that gets added that maintains balance, though. Like, if they re-release, like, a arena version, but actually make sure it's, like, maintained balance-wise and something like that. But trying to balance the overall game at this point is, like, near impossible. There's, like, what, 1,500 troops, almost 1,000 weapons. At this point, they're just kind of going for the gradual power creep, while still trying to keep as many things relevant as possible. I do wish they would do more buffs, if nothing else, to make a lot of older troops more relevant. Because 90% of troops, maybe 80%. Like 70 to 80% of troops are in a category where they are so bad that under no situation would they ever be used for a team. It doesn't matter what the restriction is, or pretty much what you even own overall. Like, there's a 0% chance you would pretty much ever use them in a team. Like, a solid 70% of troops are in that category. I wish I would get that number down. Like, obviously, they don't have to be the best things in the world, but there should at least be, like, one use case for most troops in the game. Like, the number should be, like, the other way around. Or instead of 70% of them being useless in every situation, I think 70% of them should have at least like one use case where they could be used. And then the other 30% just like ultra dead content that is just pointless. It's one of the reasons why sometimes it feels like it takes forever to get a good glory troop. Because with that 70% ratio, that means per year we only get about 3 to 4 good glory troops. Which seems about right. Because what's the last really good glory troop we've gotten? Urklurk and Dirk, or whatever his name was, is one that comes to mind. Did we get another good glory troop since then? I think we did. Or at least in the usable category. Aside from that, nothing comes to mind. There were a few that were kind of okay because they had like a mana link that something wouldn't have had. So they weren't like completely useless. But like if I go check the one that's currently in there right now, I'm pretty sure it is literally just a buff troop you're never going to use in any situation ever under any under any circumstance when you put it into a team. I don't think it has mana link. It doesn't have empower. Its buff is way too weak to bother using. Or was that last week's troop? It was either this week's or last week. But it's one of those troops under the category of completely useless buff troop with no mana link on it and no empower. Meaning under zero circumstances ever you would ever put it into a team. Even if you had 5 troops, you wouldn't put it as... If you had a total of 5 troops, you still would not put it in one of your 4. If all you owned was 5 troops. Like a brand new player could see that glory troop and still not put it on their team. Well, maybe in that situation you would use it, but... This Palooza show must be over. Find out the redeem code once we do, and then we'll run another 2 Paloozas back to back then. Yeah, after we clear this out, I want to go check what this week's glory troop was. If I was thinking of last week's or this week's. I know one of them was like that really useless buff troop. But stuff like that, I wonder why to even bother adding a troop to begin with. It's just in the category of troops so bad that it's literally zero use case for it. Like, at least some things are bad, but it's like, oh, it has mana link, or it's bad, but oh, it has impervious. Or it's bad, but it's like, oh, if you have literally no damage source, maybe you could do a little bit of damage or something. Some of them are just completely irredeemable in any way, shape, or form. Where you can basically double what their ability does and they still wouldn't be usable. Let me check. Wasn't this week that one? Or am I thinking of last week? Yeah, this week. Destroy all enraged gems, which in most situations is going to be like, what, 5? Let's even say it's 15. That's not that much for 13 mana cost. Gives a bunch of life to all allies. And just boosted by gems destroyed. There's almost nothing that does HP boost ratio. The enraged gem destroy average is going to be anywhere from like 0 to 5. Maybe best case scenario, you'll get like a 10 or a 12 occasionally. Which is less mana than how much mana he gives, or, you know, costs. And he has no mana link, no empower, no nothing. He doesn't have any good immunities. Well, you know, the High Priestess by every elf has this. Doesn't have any kind of unique trait because he's only an ultra rare. Like, it's so bad. There's just no situation you would ever run this, ever. There's our Volkey stash starting to pile up. Let me go hand out a redeem code. The one and only redeem code for tonight. Grab it from here. I believe this one is good. For some reason it was highlighted, so I'm not sure if I handed that one out last time. Let me know if that one's good or not. But that one should be good. There you guys go. Enjoy. And of course, don't forget, next stream we will have the pet code for one of the old Halloween pets. I'm not sure which one it is, as I just have it marked down as Halloween pet. But one of the old Halloween pets we'll be handing out on Monday night. Probably like midway through the stream or so. And of course, Wednesday of next week is also the in-game one. Which we can't see here. I'm trying to find it. But Wednesday next week is the Halloween pet as well. Or, you know, for 2025 Halloween. And of course, next weekend's Halloween. Anyways, let's go start running more Paloozas. Let's go run 2 more. We'll do them one at a time, of course. Grab the XP booster. Grab the Palooza. And we'll just split our Paloozas 3 per day. 3 today, 3 tomorrow, 3 Sunday. But the other ones will be off stream, though. But of course, all the key openings will be on stream when we do them later. Ooh. Oh, it is good? Okay. You had a feeling it was. I think I was just highlighting it to double check the copy paste earlier. I still keep having weird issues with the Windows 11. Especially, of course, now that you're basically forced to use Windows 11. Has anyone actually done that yet? Because I haven't been using my old computer much. Have any of you guys had to switch over from Windows 10 to Windows 11 the other month or earlier this month when they discontinued Windows 10? Because the computer I'm on now has always been running Windows 11, but my laptop had to switch over a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Windows 11. But now that they're not supporting updates for Windows 10 anymore, you kind of eventually have to switch at some point. I already did on both my computers though, and this one has always been running on it. A little over a year we've had it now. You can get updates for a year for Windows 10 if you use OneDrive or spend 1k MS points, roughly $1. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. Interesting. In fact, you have to pay for it. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's pretty cheap, though. I figured it would just be more convenient to upgrade. This computer's already been running it, so I figured the other one might as well just be uniform and both be running it. But I still hate Windows 11, though. Can't wait till we get a Windows 12. Let's make it the bold assumption Windows 12 will be better than Windows 11, though. Or it could be even worse. Hello, Mr. Z. Welcome, welcome. Or should I say Captain Professor Zucchini? Oh, so I see you change your name. You're not a fan of the truncated name? Wait, did they change that on YouTube recently? Is that why you had to change the name? Because I know YouTube did a bunch of updates the other week, which is pretty noticeable. What was that? One of them? My channel picks this format for some reason. Weird. Maybe there's a setting in the back end I can change. I honestly didn't check that much stuff with the update, other than the really obvious stuff that you could check just by, you know, doing anything. But I haven't checked any of the back end changes that they made with that big update they did not too long ago for YouTube. Though there is one back-end thing that was added around that time that's really annoying because it's showing a notification for it. I wonder what would happen if I click on it if the notification would ever go away. I just don't want to accidentally switch it. But they added a members-only live stream button. I feel like if I click it, it'll switch it to members-only, which I don't want to do, obviously. But the problem is it's showing like a big number. You can't see the number, I don't think. Oh, no, you can, right there. But showing a big number there. Oh, no, you can't. That's not the one you guys can see. Wait, where's the one you guys can see? Yeah, you can't see it, can you? But there's like a big number, like slightly below this, with like a number 1. So I'm not sure if I click on the thing, if it'll actually go there immediately or make the 1 go away. But every time I ever open up that panel, there's just like a giant 1 there being like, hey, you should go do a members live stream. Which of course we're not going to do. And I assume clicking it would immediately switch it over. Before you were able to do it, but I think that button lets you switch like mid-stream or something. Which I don't think you were able to do before. You had to either dedicate the stream to members only, or dedicate the stream to, you know, everyone. But I'm pretty sure that button lets you switch freely between the two or something. Hello, yeah! Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean with the truncated name now. Interesting. Yeah, I'll double check on my back end to see if there's a button for that. There's probably one somewhere I can toggle. I actually should just go double check with everything that was in the YouTube update, because I haven't bothered checking yet. From like a couple weeks ago or whenever it was. If it wasn't like absurdly obvious, I didn't bother checking it. So obviously I know most of the changes that happened on the front end, but almost none that happened on the back end. All the ones that they bury into like 10 menus inside of other menus. Which if there's any update, they should go change how that menu system works, because gosh, I hate the back end of YouTube. It's the most cluttered mess of any interface I've ever seen. And I feel like anytime they try updating it, just make it worse somehow. Any next week new Immortals for us? Yes, we're getting 2 new ones. I haven't checked either of them yet. Is this gonna wait on Monday, most likely? But I haven't pre-checked either the 2 Immortals that are coming in next season. We'll see if we finally end up getting the PvP season for the 2nd time or not. The only one that's happened in the past that I maybe should have went for is the Orc one. The Orc one at level 20 something would be pretty nice. But so far we only did it for Glacia. And there were some that were secondary ones that we would have done it for if it was the primary one. For example, the Bay of Stars bear, that's basically like Glacia, we would have done it for. But it was the secondary one, not the primary. We would have done it for Immortal Fernax, but it was the secondary one, not the primary. And of course we would have done it for Immortal Ossifer. But that one has never been targetable either. Main reason you love Gems of War is because you believe it's a great tool for eye stimulation and rehab. Plus, it's good to keep the brain fog away from the color tester and the colorblind friendly. It's always nice to have some kind of thing just stimulate the brain a little bit, even if it's just for a short duration every day. Also sets up like a pattern of habit in a sense if you don't already have that for other things. It can be somewhat of an addicted habit, but you know, it kind of helps set up like schedule, since you have to kind of go through the same things every day, every week. But it doesn't take up that much time to go do. Which is the main thing that's burnt me out of a lot of other games. When they had a daily system, but it starts to take up too much time. I personally have never felt like Gems of War has gotten to that point yet. But with a lot of other games I have felt like it has gotten to that point. I think the main thing that does it for me is when dailies have a high variability. Gems of War dailies are very, very absurdly low variability. And by that I mean that in the sense of how much time it takes to complete. Like the average time to complete the dailies for any given Gems of War week on any given day is pretty similar in time. Whereas some other games, they end up making a daily system where one day it might take 5 minutes, the next day it might take 40 minutes, the next day it might take like 20. And similar. Like it has a really high variability in how long it takes. Compared to Gems of War, that is very consistent. Like you know a month and ahead of time, like what the 4th day, like the 17th of next month. I can go check it right now and I can tell you exactly how long the daily system's gonna take. Like I could literally go to November 17th, for example, right now. And we will know within like a few seconds of looking at it the exact amount of time that daily system will take on that day. Whereas a lot of other games it's just really variable and you don't know in advance at all. Any new games we're going to be doing in the future? Yes. We're going to be trying one probably in the next week. I forget what it was called. I haven't even looked into it yet, but Isabel wanted me to go try it, and I think she's getting it for me on my birthday, so I might have just stream it on my birthday. And just kind of mess with that for the day. Just have a bit of fun with that. I'll probably do co-op with Izzy if there's co-op in that game, which I assume there is. But we'll be doing that. It's kind of like an Animal Crossing cozy game-like game. So we'll be doing that probably either on my birthday or sometime slightly prior, which is November 4th if we do it exactly on our birthday. Beyond that, we'll be doing RuneScape Sailing launch. Sailing's launching on the 19th. It just got announced literally today, actually. That's finally launching on that day. And I might do what we did for Brighter Shores, where we completely no-life it for a couple months. And the main reason for that is, the main thing I want to get around to next year is, I believe, March of next year is Slay the Spire 2. It was originally supposed to come out this year, but got delayed, I believe, to March or April of next year. So I want to try to finish everything with Sailing or whatever else we're doing with any other game by then. And then just go all in on not Brighter Shores, on Slay the Spire 2 for some amount of time then. Assuming the beta is launching with enough content to do that. But as long as they're releasing with the Ascension system, it should be fine. Because the Ascension system last time around took like 250 to 300 hours or so, combined with all achievements. It was a solid 200, 300 hours. So if they do that again for the next game, it should be pretty similar, I would assume. Like around 200 to 300 hours, which would easily take us over a month, if not 2 months. Depending on how much we do it. Though I am assuming that's launching with that. I don't know what it's going to launch with in beta. But I sure hope it does. It might be more bare bones when it comes out in beta. I'm not sure if they've announced anywhere how they're going about that or not. But assuming that is there, that's basically 2 months of content then that we can go do with that. And then we got to figure out something after that. You know, one game that was announced pretty recently that actually looks pretty cool on the Switch, but I don't plan on getting a Switch 2 anytime soon, is Kirby Air Riders. Sakurai is still one of the few AAA developers left. There's basically like an indie developer, but with like a AAA budget, where they actually have passion for the games they make and everything. Not that all AAA publishers aren't like that, but you know, like he actually really cares. And it actually looks like one of the best racing games that's been released all year. between how bad the most recent Mario Kart was and how somewhat decent the Sonic racing one was, which I didn't try, but it looked decent. But out of all the racing games that came out this year, Kirby Air Riders actually seems like it's the best one. It's not out yet. It comes out sometime next month. I'm not going to be getting it at launch, though. But it's a game that if we ever get a Switch 2 is probably one we'd visit. Orc Massage is the game? Oh gosh, no. I'm trying to think as far as old games what my backlog is of things I might want to stream. I still want to do Mario Odyssey on the Switch 1 at some point. I still want to do Octopath Traveler 1 and 2. As well as Zero or whatever the other game was. I don't even think that one's out yet. But I think they were doing an Octopath Traveler that happens before 1 and 2. I think 1 and 2 was chronological, but then there's something that happened beforehand. I don't think that one has released yet, though. One more Palooza I gotta go run. This one's over now. I'm trying to think what other things are in the backlog. Because there's definitely stuff on it. I just keep forgetting what's on it these days. Yeah, Switch 2 is basically a Wii U situation all over again. I haven't even bothered buying one because it seems like it's just a Wii U. They're going to just release a new console in like 3 or 4 years. Well, probably around the same time the Steam Deck 2 actually comes around. Because I think Steam Deck 2 is coming in like a few years or so. So Switch 3 or whatever they're going to call it is going to compete with Steam Deck 2 or whatever they end up calling it. Now, let's go run one last Palooza. I'm not sure if I would bother getting a Steam Deck 2 because honestly Steam Deck 1's been doing pretty good. Not sure what kind of upgrades they would give for it, but I don't really play games that would need the higher performance of a Steam Deck 2 or whatever they end up doing with it. Unless they give it a ton of other features that are really good. Is honestly my Steam Deck 1 is probably fine for the next decade. I generally don't play any games that'd be so intensive that it would matter. And I got the highest data one, so I'm not going to fill up that data for a good 5 years. Even if I play like literally every indie game I get in the next 5 years, it won't fill that thing up. Well, I don't leave the house much either, but I still found quite a bit of use out of Steam Deck. Because it's a nice, like, handheld controller mix. I was always concerned, thinking that the controller would be bad. But when I met up with Isabel a couple years ago and I tried her Steam Deck for a little while, it honestly wasn't that bad. Like, the controller feels and works a lot better than it looks. Like, it looks awful. Like, you look at the Steam Deck controller, it's like, what on earth is going on? But once you actually, like, feel it, use it, and stuff, it's actually not that bad. It takes a little while getting used to, though. It's not really intuitive controller-wise, because it's so different than quite a lot of other controllers. Once you get used to it, it's actually really good. I basically just use it as, like, a gaming tablet, pretty much. And I just put a bunch of indie games on it. It is something I haven't bothered checking in a while. I have done almost nothing on Epic Games Store ever. I know they've given out a bunch of free games over time. I haven't checked it in like years though. Actually, I don't even think my new computer has it installed. I don't even remember what my password is now that I think about it. It's auto-saved on my old computer, but yeah, I don't even think I have Epic Games installed on this computer. It's literally just Steam, as far as like gaming hub fronts. It's literally just Steam and only Steam. Reveal how many hours we have in Gems of War for the anniversary. Oh gosh. At 10-year anniversary, I would assume we're at like 16 or 17,000 hours. I know we're over 15,000 right now. I forget what the exact number is. which is definitely the highest number in my Steam library. However, it's not the highest number I've ever had in a game. It's just the other two games I have higher in don't track hours. Or at least don't track hours across all accounts. Because there are two games I still have more time in than Gems of War. It's Warcraft 3 and the entirety of RuneScape. If you count every iteration of that thing. Not any one account, but the entirety of, you know, all accounts and all versions of it. But there's any other two games that have higher playtime in it than the Gems of War in. Warcraft 3, mostly because it has a lot of custom maps. It's also where Dota 1 originated from. I played a couple thousand hours in Dota 2, but I have way more time in Dota 1. Like, just in Dota 1 alone, I probably have 10,000 hours in. And I haven't counting everything else in Warcraft 3. Just literally Dota 1 alone is probably 10,000 hours. Because I'm pretty sure Warcraft 3 is around, like, 25 to 30,000 hours, and RuneScape is probably over 30,000 hours. But a lot of that's really AFK, so that number can be a bit misleading. Because there's some AFKs in that game that are literally like 20 minutes at a time. You click once and go away for 20 minutes. So like 30 or 40,000 hours for something like RuneScape sounds like a lot. But because it somewhat is. But a good like half of that is literally like click once, come back in like 10 minutes kind of gameplay. It's almost an idle game in a sense. Where you just leave it on in the background, which I actually haven't been doing in the background of streams lately. I used to in the past. Lately I haven't been. Mostly because all the more important grinds I need to do aren't particularly AFK. Which is the only bad point of which I've hit in the game at this point. There are still AFK grinds we can... Oh nice, verse 3 now, that's huge. That's the one we actually need. Like there are AFK grinds I can do in the game, but I've almost depleted every last one. At least on the main account I play. They give out free games and free Unity, whatever the thing is called. Not Unity. Unreal Engine 5 assets. Wait, do they own Unreal Engine 5? I didn't think about that. Does the people who own Epic Games own Unreal Engine 5? Kind of like how Amazon owns Twitch. Oh, they do? I never realized that. Yeah, no wonder why they're not bankrupt. They own like one of the biggest game-making dev tools. But I can only imagine how much Steam makes every year. It must be something absurd. Speaking of, did you experience the crash and server outage the last few days? I actually haven't. I've heard some murmurs of it, but I haven't experienced it in anything I've been doing at all. And I've been on the internet for like 8 to 12 hours a day. Almost like every day. And nothing that I've been doing personally has been affected by it. But no, maybe when it was happening, I was just out of the house at the time. 'Cause I was doing a little bit of yard work a couple days ago. Went out for a long walk and grabbed a lunch while I was out the other day. I went to Chili's again. Probably not the healthiest thing, but gosh, for 11 bucks, it's honestly not that bad. It's one of the few like fast food / restaurant place deals where it's like, you know what, that's not bad. It's like 11 bucks for a pretty decent sized burger, fries, drink, and soup thingy. But I've been going there like twice a month lately. I just went the other day. Just if I don't feel like cooking a day, it's like, oh, let's go for a long walk and go head over there. It's only like a mile. It's like a mile there and back. Get some exercise, get a nice meal, relax for a bit. Because I don't eat out that often. It's just so expensive to these days. Oh yeah, I still like to occasionally. It's one of the closer, like, half-decent ones these days. Steal napkins? No. They don't give enough napkins to take napkins. You know what I do get, though? Since the drink is you just buy it once to get infinite refills, one hack you can do with that is getting it to go is free. So you can just get a fresh, full thing to go every single time. So not only does the meal come with a drink, but you can basically get a second drink by also getting a fresh one of those to go. It doesn't cost anything extra. So basically double dip on the drink. Well, how's this guy not dead yet? Mana surge. Mana surge. Yeah, I always used to consider Chili's like Applebee's and similar ones where it's like a fast food chain that just isn't really worth it. But I've been running some deals that honestly aren't that bad. That's kind of made them relevant again. Because there's a lot in that category that I just feel like are never worth going to. Like all the ones that are like Applebee's or Applebee's adjacents. They're just too pricey for what the food is. This Palooza should be ending in about 3-4 minutes. And I'll probably call it there for now. But the rest of this weekend, we'll keep throwing the other threes then. I do want to roll about 9 of them. Also, how are we doing on XP? I haven't checked that all stream. But the next week or so, I want to try hitting 2,000. What are we at right now? We are at... Oh, nice! We're almost at 199. Oh, I kind of want to go all the way. But I also kind of want to grab a bite to eat because I had a pretty small lunch and haven't had dinner yet. So after this Palooza, we'll probably call it for now, though. But this Monday, we should be able to go for the 2,000 grind, I think. I think Monday's night stream will keep going till we hit level 2,000. Actually, maybe that's when we'll hand out the Halloween pet as well. Yeah, we'll hand out the Halloween pet when we hit level 2,000 on Monday. Which is pretty much the max level in Gems of War, effectively. is you don't get the next stat upgrade until 3,000. And while, yes, there are a few people that are 3,000, and somehow some people that I think are 4,000, all it is like an armor HP difference or something. It's pretty trivial. You effectively have max stats at level 3,000 hero. I mean, sorry, at level 2,000 hero, I mean. Because every upgrade from there takes another 1,000, which is just absurd for how long that takes. Like, once we get level 2,000 on Monday, we're like a good, like, 3 to 5 years away from level 3,000. Which will give us, like, what, 1 armor or something? So, effectively, level 2,000 is max level. It's not actually max level, but for all intents and purposes, if you're level 2,000 or above, you're effectively maxed. Everything else beyond that, just number go up. I'll catch you later, Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. This is going to be our only Vault Weekend stream this weekend. Still be grinding it. Just going to be off stream, though. It's pretty much just what we did today. Just clear out dailies. Run 3 Paloozas. Take like a little over an hour. Because the Paloozas will take like 45 minutes. And on some point we got to go run the faction. Which would take like half an hour or so. I might just skip it to doing that extra half an hour of Vault Weekend, though. So one of the reasons I went for the free battle, so I could skip it. Because we didn't go for free battles, we definitely wouldn't want to skip. Oh, there we go, final battle. Alright, there we go. Let's see what our final tally is for now. It's about how much we'll get the next 2 days as well, not counting farming for a bit more Paloozas, potentially. But we got 60 Vault Keys, not counting Pity, and 5 Epic Vault Keys. Alright, that's pretty average. Honestly, we got exactly on average. Because we get about 20 Vault Keys and 2 Epic Vault Keys per. And we got exactly on average for Vault Keys, and we got gypped 1 Epic Vault Key, unfortunately. But otherwise, we're pretty much perfectly on average. But of course, we did get more keys than that, counting all Pity, which is at like 17 or so right now. Yeah, it's at 18 Pity right now. Yeah, there we go. And then tomorrow I'll run another 3 off stream, and then Sunday I'll run another 3 off stream. And on Monday on stream, we go get level 2,000. As well as probably open some of our Vault Keys. As we'll have, of course, all the Vault Keys that we get this weekend to go open. I'm not going to open all of them on Monday, but it's a good way to go get our XP. At bare minimum, we'll do 15 minutes worth to go use our XP booster, if nothing else. And we'll run that while doing Vault Keys on Monday. As we'll have enough stack to easily do that. Honestly, we could do that for a whole hour if we really want to. Maybe we'll just to get some XP there. Because that'd be a pretty fun activity to go for while doing the final 2,000 push. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Best of luck with the Vault Weekend. If you haven't started it yet, still plenty of time. It's going on for the rest of today, all of tomorrow, and all of this weekend. So you still have a solid 2 days to go and grind it out all the way until Monday reset time. Also, don't forget in that same time, it doesn't show a timer here, but the PvP season ends at this exact same time. So make sure to, within the next 2 days, finish whatever you want to go do with PvP, as it will be ending after Monday reset time. And beyond that, don't forget to keep doing the Halloween event every day, as any day you miss it, you do lose out on a little value. But if you have been missing it, you can always offset it with gems. But the more you do it as a daily, the less gems you'll have to spend towards it overall to get whatever rewards you want. With the main ones being the Dark Oracle, 6 of the Wagon to get the golden version, 1 Power Orb, and the armor if you didn't get it from a previous year. We'll be doing this on Monday. I'm just kind of stacking up all the points until then. But on Monday, we'll go use the Dark Oracle. We'll get the pet, you know, so on and so forth. Well, wait, save that for Monday next stream with everything else we'll be doing. But anyways, guys, enjoy your weekend. Best of luck with everything, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.